Hi, and welcome back to another Ember Island Collector video. Today we'll be going over the Walgreens exclusive Avatar Aang figures. So in Series 1, as you saw in my deluxe video, it came with Aang, Zuko, and Katara. And then in Series 1, the non-deluxe version, it was the exact same characters, but the one thing that Walgreens had over the deluxe variants were that you got an Avatar State action figure Aang, which you can see on the right here. And so he was only made for Walgreens. Like it's very truly a Walgreens exclusive, where the other ones were kind of like, oh, they're Walgreens exclusives, but you get different accessories, but you can still get the same exact action figure if you get the deluxe variants. And so with that, you got this whole you get this whole figure that's actually exclusive to Walgreens, and they haven't really done that in the past the newer two series. So in Series 2, we get Azula and Aang, and there's not really like a Walgreens exclusives. Like you can get those as well in the deluxe versions. Aang's obviously has a different face sculpt, and then in Series 3 we have Toph and Ozai. The deluxe versions of Toph and Ozai still have not released, even though the release date was supposed to be March. So we'll still have to wait to see what happens there. But so far, you find Toph and Ozai in Walgreens, and they seem very similar to what you would get in the deluxe version. Okay, I'm gonna open these, and then we'll get started, and we'll review everything. And we're back. Before we actually get into getting the figures out, but before we get into that, I want to show you the differences between the boxes. So if we look at the regular box, we see this is the Aang box. As you can tell, it says Aang, but if you look at the back of it, like everything's the same in any of these Diamond Select boxes. But you can see on the back here for Series 1, it says Katara, Aang, and Zuko, and it says Avatar Walgreens 1 in the lower corner here. And so exactly these are the figures you would get, and it's very similar to the deluxe packaging is what I've been told. And so that's one thing. But you don't see any call out to the Avatar State Aang. However, if you turn the back on this one, you can see that this one says collect them all, and then we have an Avatar Aang, we have Aang Avatar State on here as well. He's just a Walgreens exclusive, and he is a little bit different. It says on this one, says Avatar WG 1.5, which probably stands for the fact that they reissued these. So originally these came, I told you as before, these originally came out December 2019 in order to celebrate the 15-year anniversary, and you can buy them as gift, and that why they were so hard to collect, because scalpers were going kind of crazy on eBay, and Walgreens is not very conducive to the selling market, so it was very difficult to get any like your hands on these. And so that's why they sold very fast on eBay for a very high price. Even now, like you can't really find Katara unless it's at like a very high premium cost, and I just think it's kind of ridiculous, because I think her accessory in the Series 1, the Walgreens version, is a lot more fun to use than the blue water wave that we get. So there's that. I'm hoping to one day get her. I recently just found Zuko in a Walgreens, and maybe if you guys are interested, I'll do a video about that. Let me know in the comments down below if that's be something you're interested in. The only reason I didn't do like a whole unboxing of all of them is because I just don't have like the Series 1 Walgreens Katara. I'm waiting to see if I can get her for not $40 or $30, but time will tell. So we've already seen this Aang before, so let's open Avatar State Aang, because that's what I'm more interested in today. And so they just fly out because they're not rattan tied in. And so if we see here, we have Aang, and he's in this like clear translucent plastic. His arrows are a different color. You really can see like all his joints and everything in there, which makes sense because it's very clear. But his robes and his clothes are made of a blue translucent plastic. You can see over here like his joints, they're a lot bluer than the rest of him as well, so you can see where the joints are, and it's very, very interesting. It's so weird because like usually it's colored here, so it feels like he's missing half of his like pants, but he's not. Like these are his pants, they're just colored that way. So very interesting in and of itself. Joint movement, like usual, I think Diamond Select has a thing where like when you first get it, like the joints are very, very stiff and they're very difficult to move. So like see, I'm trying to flex Aang's foot there, and I got it now. And so, as I said, like Diamond Select, I know some people like complain because Diamond Select doesn't really have the great articulation, but they can. Oh, look at that! they can be easily. This is actually a very good art. Like this articulation on this thing is actually quite good. But like as I was saying, they can be very good, just depending on like how much you use them. I've seen people use them in like crazy poses, so I don't think it's out of the realm to believe that he can move. But like he's very well articulated. I'm very surprised. I do like the fact that his arrows are white, as in the TV show. You can see that his eyebrows, which are painted on, are in his like angry expression, which is the expression we get for the Walgreens exclusive version, which is funny because on the box it doesn't have him in this expression. And I'm not sure if that's because this is the reissue or stuff like that. So we have that. That's Aang, and then we'll see here is his staff. And so you can first of all see the bubbles. If you can, let me see if this does correctly. You can see the bubbles in here, which obviously you wouldn't be able to tell really when it's colored in or painted in because it's not translucent, but this is a translucent plastic, and so you can kind of see the air bubbles that come during the manufacturing process. But it's very nice. More or less, it's his clothes staff. So, and it's the fact that it's like not in color doesn't really make a lot of sense. So I'm trying to put it in his hands right now. Oh, but his hands really do not want to hold this, so we'll have to see if he will hold it. Ow. But yeah, like, his hands... This is a struggle, hold on. Okay. So it's very... Okay, here we go. I finally got it in. So I just don't get why I get why, because, like, it's a variant, and so, obviously... Hold on, let me pop out the stand as well. So, like, here we go, and let's display Aang here. So I get why it's blue, because it's obviously variant, it's Avatar State Aang. Obviously, in the TV show, his staff does not turn blue, but it kind of makes sense because you're not really getting anything in this kit other than Aang in his blue Avatar State and this black stand that you get. It would have been cool if they didn't they've done translucent stands, and it would have been nice if they shot it in like a clear translucent plastic or like even in blue just to matching, but I do like the contrast you get with the black stand. So let's quickly, now that we've seen this thing, we're going to quickly pull out the other Aang and then we're going to compare them. Okay, now we're back and you can see that I have both of them out right now, and so one thing you can obviously tell the difference is that the Aang on the left is in color where the Aang on the right is not. And one thing I think is really interesting is that when he moves from side to side, so like if you move him, you can see that it's orange, and they obviously colored it so that like if he moves, it doesn't seem like he's wearing a crop top and he has like clothes underneath, because that's exactly what happens. Like it's all like one piece of fabric in the TV show, whereas for translucent Aang, they don't really do that because he's translucent. Like they obviously shot him in very clear, like this is a very clear plastic. And so when you see it, it kind of looks like he's just, like, wearing a crop top or a tube top. I don't know. Probably just, like, a ill-fitting t-shirt, maybe. And so that's one thing. That's a comparison. I do like the fact that they still have the exact same expression. Like, it's the exact same expression. It's just that Aang has white eyes and the other one, and they're, like, completely Avatar State Aang as well. So, yeah. Not much of a difference, other than the fact that the colors are different. One thing I do want to take away from this video is that you can see the staffs here, which are a lot. First of all, they were very difficult to get on. I think their fingers are too closed, so you can see like their fingers are very, very closed, and it's very difficult to get the staff in between his hands. And obviously that's probably something that as you move over time, like plastic degrades, and so it'll be easier over time to get his hand in there. It doesn't degrade, but it's very easily morphable, like elasticity. But one thing I think that Aang has over the Avatar State Aang is that his staff, you don't see the bubbles, whereas in the clear one, you can obviously see the bubbles. You can even see them like right now on the camera. I'm not even that close to it, and so that's kind of a disappointment because you can tell like just in the process they didn't do a great job. And I don't know like if there's bubbles, like air bubbles in the other staff as well. Also, another thing that I have to state is that, like, I don't really like this staff. Like, he uses this staff, and if you saw my gallery diorama version of Avatar Aang, he uses its exact same, like, they use this kind of model for the staff where it's not really defined. Like, the top and the bottom are more, are larger, in the middle, and tapers into the middle, and that kind of shows, like, oh, that's where it just shows that, like, his staff extends out that way. And I don't really like that, especially because we had the Series 2 staffs with Aang in Series 2, and he had, like, the actual, like, it was made of, like, the plastic was also better. It was, like, very more of a staff look. Like, it had the little designs and aspects of it that I really enjoyed, whereas this is just kind of a tube. So that's kind of where I stand on that. I think the only other thing about Avatar State Aang is that because he's a translucent plastic, you see everything. Like, you see the joints, you see exactly how they make everything. Like, it's very nice. One thing I like that is consistent is that they all have the holes in the back. So if you have, like, those stands from the deluxe series, you can still plug them into here, and I think that's quite interesting. But it's also just how toy making goes. Like, you make things that can be tooled and reused several different times. That's probably why they're making, like, 7 different versions of Aang. Diamond's like, why? But those are my opinions. Let me guys know exactly what you think, like, which one you like better. I think I enjoy the novelty of Avatar State Aang. I know a lot of times when people are like, oh, we're doing an exclusive variant, and it's always of Aang because Aang is the main protagonist, but it's always, like, Avatar State Aang, and so we get a lot of things where he's just, like, either blue, because Mattel did a blue one version of that, or we get him to be a clear, creepy looking garden gnome, which was recently released in Hot Topic, and I still am on the fence about if I should get it or not, because, like, it's creepy, but it's kind of cute. You let me know what you guys think about that. But yeah, I think I enjoy the novelty of Avatar State Aang, though I think enjoy regular Aang a little bit more. I think having them, like, display both of them is just kind of what I really want to do, because they look cool together. I don't think they would look as cool separately, and that's kind of my stance on that. So yeah, let me know exactly what you guys think down in the comments below. Let me know also if you guys like these Diamond Select videos. We are going to have to take a little bit of a pause on them until I can finally find Toph at the Walgreens, because she is a tricky one to find right now. I found Ozai, a friend of mine found Ozai, and so she got him for me, so I'm very excited to see him in person. But Toph is a very difficult one to find. Yeah. And so we're gonna have to wait, and then the exclusive variants, the deluxe versions of those still have not been released yet, so we're waiting to see when Toph and Ozai is going to be released. It just has been delayed. We just don't know when. It's been delayed indefinitely, but it's definitely coming out this year, hopefully in the next, either the end of this month or beginning of next month. So we'll probably be doing some other videos, but if you want to see my other Diamond Select videos, you can check out my playlist of all the Diamond Select exclusives that I've done. And don't forget, as always, you can follow me on Instagram at Ember Island Collector. I post a lot of Avatar related content there as well, and you can always feel free to chat me, DM me if you have questions about Avatar collecting and how to get started, because I know I've been learning a lot about collecting old Avatar merch and new Avatar merch and seeing exactly how it fits into my life. So yeah, let me know exactly what you guys think. And don't forget to also like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, Flameo Hotman.